Hey, what's up, gamers? This is Skelemistic. I am here today in Polaris. Now, I know what you're going to say. The Polaris hype is over. We've all done our walkthroughs, and we've all made it to Rasputin, and we've all put a smackdown on him, and spanked everything in between, and everything we need to do is done. That's not necessarily true. I still know people who are farming one boss or another to get certain items that they need to either increase their PvP, or to look prettier, or to whatever, for whatever reason. They're still looking for certain items from certain bosses. So what I've decided to do is do a quick mini-series called Mastering Polaris, where I show you what it is you need to do to handle each of these bosses the best way, and in some cases do things you couldn't ordinarily do or you wouldn't ordinarily think was possible. In this case, what I'm going to be doing today in this video is soloing Baba Yaga. Now, Baba Yaga is a little pain in the tail. We all know that she is. But mostly she's a pain in the tail because of these ads of hers. She's got that lovely little Minotaur and that lovely little Gorgon and that lovely little dragon up there, and she calls them down and they just rain hell on us. We can't have that. So what I'm going to do is get in here now, and I'm going to show you how to solo this boss and come away alive and with gear. So first things first, let me show you the deck setup. This is what's vital to do it. What you really need to do to beat Baba Yaga solo is to deny her minions, her ads, and certain spells that she casts. So this is my treasure card deck, and this is what you see. I only have this set of spells in there for good reason. This way, whenever I draw up for my treasure cards, I have a pretty good idea of what I'm going to get and when I'm going to get it. And that's vital. I know a lot of people will put shields and blades and already boosted attack cards and all that stuff. Don't put them in here. It's vital to beating Baba Yaga that you keep those minions away when you have a chance to do it. Alright, let me go to my regular deck. This is my regular spell deck. And you can see what I've got in there. I've really loaded up on certain spells, and there's a reason for it. As you can see, I loaded up on a lot of Mythos spells, and we'll talk about that whenever I actually get into the battle. I've loaded up on heals because, well, Storm, is pretty weak in heals as it is, and I need every one of them that I can get. Otherwise, it's just random, well, not even random. Otherwise, it's just my usual Storm spells with some shields in there and a combination of things. But it's very vital to have those spells in there and in that order. So let me go ahead now and get in there and take her down and explain to you what I'm doing as I'm doing it and why I'm doing it. All right? Let's go. All right, there are a few things that are important to us in this strategy. One of them is that she always does the same thing every time. She summons the minions all at the same time every time, which is turn 3, turn 6, and turn 10. The Minotaur comes first, the Gorgon comes second, and the Dragon comes third. And it's Death, then Storm, and then Ice. What's important that you do right off the bat, within the first 3 turns, get at least 1 and preferably 2 strangles on her. I say 2 because a lot of times in those first 3 turns she'll either stun you or she'll cast a death trap on you that will burn your strangle off. So right away, right off the bat, if the first turn, if you can pull a strangle, put it on her. Second turn, put it on her, because she's likely to burn one of them off and or stun you, and if she gets the Minotaur out, it's too late for you. You've got to stop her from doing that. All right, I got 1 strangle there. I put that Storm Dispel up because, well, I am Storm, and it cost me less to do it, and I knew I'd be able to... see, there's a stun right there. I knew that I would be able to get that extra strangle up there before 3rd turn. Here we go. See, now, ordinarily, I'd put another one up there, a strangle, but I'm stunned. But at least I know that next turn she's going to cast the Minotaur, or at least try to cast it. She's not going to be able to do it now. That's vital. Getting your Dispels up there when you need them up there. As long as you get your Dissipate, which is the Storm Dispel, up there before turn 6, you're okay. As long as you get your Melt, which is the Ice Dispel, up there before turn 10, you're okay. But you must have those Dispels up before she calls those minions. If she calls those minions down, this gets way harder. Now, I have the extra strangles, and sometimes I use them if I just want to mess up her program. Because she'll cast Deer Knight and some other things like that. Some more traps, those kind of things. If I feel like messing up her program, I'll keep those extra strangles in there. But for now, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to worry about that too much. What's important, and most important of all, is that we have her minion summoning Dispels up. Right now, she's got her Storm Dispel up, and she's got her Ice Dispel up, so she won't be able to call any minions. And she doesn't later in the fight, if she doesn't get him the first time, she doesn't try to recall him. So that's beautiful. That makes this a one-on-one fight. And you can literally whip the pants off her once you got her by herself. She ain't so bad. Now, she does still have, even by herself, a lot of cheats that go on. But really, with a one-on-one fight, if you're already, up to level 106 or whatever, 104, around there, you should be able to do this now without too much trouble at all. So I got lucky there and got a make cast. That's nice. But that's really what you need to do, is get those dispels up before the minions come down. That's the first part of this strategy. Now, you may have noticed I had a lot of extra myth dispels in there too. And I will use those as they come up if I have the pips. And if the situation's looking good. If she has a lot of pips getting ready to cast something, I'll myth dispel her. I'll also myth dispel her if I want a shield or something like that, because she will blow off shields if you let her. See, there you go. Here comes the Gorgon. Or here it would have come. And now it's just a matter, after you got those dispels up, it's just a matter of staying alive and slapping her with some good hot monkey love. Alright, I'll dispel that. Now, because I don't have a lot of the bonus treasure cards there because of having all those dispels in there, it may take you a little bit longer to find your enchant to boost this with, and if it does, great, and if it doesn't, use what you got. Let's see what we got here. There we go. And she's bad about the shields, let me tell you. she's like a balance with those shields. Alright. Let's burn that off there. I'll just bolt her. Luckily, I've got a fair amount of pierce on that, too. There we go. That wasn't bad. This is another thing, too. This shadow magic that she wants to use. That's why I have tower shields in here instead of mist shields. Because, well, obviously the tower shields block the shadow magic. But she's awful quick getting that shadow magic off. Let's see. A tower shield or hit. I see I've got the pips to hit, but I'd rather hit if I have an enchant on that Rusalka. Let's see. Okay, I think just for now I'll shield and see if I can get an enchant. If I can't, then I'll just hit anyway, because I need to start damaging her before she gets her own game built up, pips and everything else. And she's annoying about those stuns, so you've really got to try to get ahead of her in the game, as it were. See, I could blade, but if I blade, she's likely to shield again. That's fine. See, there comes the dragon. Well, there would have come the dragon. But this is really a simpler strategy than you might think. All you got to do is stop those minions, and then just pound her to the ground. Rusalka with... that was all right. See, here comes another... okay, so that's an infection. That's another one she'll do in that first 3 turns just to burn your strangle off, and you don't want it. Let's see. There's my enchant. Good. And, yeah, I've only got 4 pips, so I guess I'll be blading it up. I'll probably swing by and smack her a good one next turn, too. You know she's got to be getting mad at me about now. Yep, there she is, getting mad. Look at her. And there's the shadow magic. That's also important to winning. You've got to be ready for that shadow spell, because it can hit for some heinous damage. Oh, there you go. If she's got it ready and you're unprepared, she can hurt you pretty bad with that shadow spell. Alright, let's see. Got my pips. I think I'm going to just go for it. Got blades up anyway. There we go. Hopefully, being she didn't have a shield up, I'll hit her for a good, solid rack this time. Let's see. I forgot about that 40 though. Okay, 5 grand, still pretty good. Let's see what she got this time. Yeah, she does. For a myth, she does a lot of balance stuff. Balance blades, shields, all of it. All right, let's see. Yeah, she's getting there. She's in range. I should have her now if I can just pound her a couple more times before she does something drastic to me. I've noticed that these wand hits of hers, if she gets a critical on them, with just a few pips, she can knock you silly. And oh my. She's done that in a few battles to me. I think in one of those battles, towards the beginning, she hit me with that wand spell and did 2,000 damage. I was like, what? I want a club like that. All right, now this time I've got like a plethora of heals and no real use. I don't want to burn my pips either for a heal, not with more than half my life. All right, I'll wait. See if I can pull up a 6-pip Brusalka here. I did not. Okay, Buff of the Storm Shark. I'll probably use that. One more try. I'll wait it out one more try. I'm still doing pretty good. She's not too bad on pips. See if I can pull up a shadow spell. Yeah, I'll wait. Oh, see, here comes that shadow magic again. She's all about that shadow magic. I've definitely got to get her knocked out because I don't have another shield up. And still no shadow spell. Great, great. Decisions. Take the risk. Alright, I'll get rid of that feint and get rid of that blade to try to pull a shadow spell up. And until then, means I've got 8 pips already, I'll use this shark. Because I'll be able to swing back around on the next turn with the shadow spell. And there's the stun. Good for that one, too. Now we're still alright. She's going to burn up all of her pips to do that, so I'm not too worried about it. Oh, hey, look. Oh, right on sunblock. Woohoo! Yeah, that's getting bigger. I need to hurry it up. Next turn or two is going to decide it. I need to get that out of the way. Okay, there we go. I'll just use the Kraken and finish it up. She didn't have enough to resist that at all. No shields on her. I've got this battle. There we go. Now, even though she is soloable, at times she'll just take on an attitude and just slam you down and say, nope, you ain't doing it. So, oh, there we go. Good deal. And she's gone. That's what we needed. So anyhow, as I was saying, she is soloable, but sometimes she'll just pull some stuff out, and you've got to watch out for her. She is dangerous, even if she is by herself. All right, guys, there it is. Soloing Baba Yaga. I hope this helped you out, and until next time, this is Skelomystic reminding you that whatever else you do, always love the game. I want to jump and dance and celebrate for a minute. Peace. Hey, what's up, gamers? This is Skelomystic. Welcome back to Pet Trimming Baby Tamiga, the Polaris Test Round Pets. This time I have the Beastmaster's Eagle. Now, I know it looks like the Raven pet just with a different skin, but let me tell you, these pets that are coming out of Polaris, at least in Test Round,